It's time for UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network. Follow the Pointers all season long as they battle in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Pointers Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports and Under Armour. And good afternoon from KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver, glad to be with you this afternoon as we have the UW Stevens Point women hosting Northland in a WIAC matchup here this afternoon. Pointers come in 4-3-1 overall, 1-1 in the WIAC, while the Lumberjills 2-7-1, 0-3 in the WIAC. Pointers have had a couple of days off for the Thanksgiving holiday. When we last saw them back here on the November the 19th, I should say November the 19th on the road at Superior, a 4-1 win at Superior for back-to-back wins for Ann Ninneman and the Pointers. But then right before Thanksgiving, ran into a buzzsaw in St. Norbert, losing 5-0 on the road in De Pere, Olympic-sized sheet of ice that it was the Green Knights getting the better of the Pointers. The Lumberjills in action last night, dropping a 7-0 decision to Lake Forest. Foresters out shooting Northland by a count of 50-11. Abby Meyer with 2 goals on the night for the Foresters as they'll get back in. They come in 2-7-1 with wins over Finlandia and Lawrence. Tie with St. Olaf, and we'll get back at the WIAC here this afternoon as we look at our WIAC standings. River Falls and Eau Claire atop the heap with 9 points each. UW Stevens Point and Superior with 3 points, and Northland still looking for their first points in WIAC action. So we are set to go here between the Pointers and the Northland College Lumberjills. We'll take a break. We'll come back and see our starting lineups and get you set for the opening faceoff. Stevens Point and Northland, WIC women's hockey action here on the Pointer Sports Network. Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square-faced wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at pointerbluelineclub.com.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, getting set for the opening face-off between the Pointers and Northland. Here's our starting lineups this afternoon for the Northland College Lumberjills. The goaltender is Sky Hughes, 5'9", and a freshman out of Rochester, Minnesota. Game number 9, her 7th start of the year. 0-5-1, a goals against average of .377, and a save percentage of .926. On defense, it's Maddie Bladles, 5'6", and a junior out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota. And Yvonne Durfee, 5'5", and a sophomore out of Laramie, Wyoming. Up front, the center is Matea Dummely. She is 5'5", and a junior out of Glentworth, Saskatchewan, Canada. The left wing, Sydney Canstrup, 5'6", and a junior out of Eagle Lake, Minnesota. And the right wing is McKenna Freer-Kaysen. She is 5'7", and a sophomore out of Dodge Center, Minnesota. Head coach of the Lumberjills is Jason Carter. He's in his 3rd season, 339-2 for the St. Thomas alum. For the Pointers, UW Stevens Point, Olivia Schultz, 5'8", and a senior out of Maplewood, Minnesota. Making start number 9, 4-3-1. Goals against average now of 1.88 for Olivia Schultz, and her save percentage at .943. On defense, Kayla Stumo, 5'2", and a junior out of Ham Lake, Minnesota. And Lauren Winsenson, 5'9", and a junior out of Wausau. Up front, Courtney Lysing is the center, 5'9", and a sophomore out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. Katie Stanius, 5'7", and a sophomore out of Forest Lake, Minnesota. And Maddie Anderle, she is 5'5", and a freshman out of Blaine, Minnesota. Head coach Ann Ninneman in her 17th season with the Pointers. 225 wins, 160 losses, 47 ties. Stevens Point all-time against the Lumberjills, 8-0-2. A year ago, it was Stevens Point with a 6-0 win on December the 4th up in Ashland, and then 3-0 and 5-0 wins over Northland at IceHawks Arena. The Pointers have won 6 straight in the series for the Pointers, who are assisted by Craig Dakins. This is the only WIAC game of the week. Eau Claire beat Northland on Tuesday night 6-0, and as we mentioned, Lake Forest over Northland 7-0 last night. We'll take a final break, get you back, and get the opening face-off. Stevens Point and Northland. Our face-off coming up next on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art, good your service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu. All right, ready to roll here from KB Willett Arena. James Mazer, Jim Brown. The referees, Ryan Berdahl, will work the lines here this afternoon. for the WIAC. As we mentioned, this is the only game in town today. Tuesday, we'll be back with the Pointers here at Willett Arena. They'll host St. Catherine's in a non-conference matchup. 6 o'clock early start time on Tuesday night, so we'll be on the air with pregame programming about 5:45. Also Tuesday, Eau Claire at Hamlin, St. Scholastica at Superior. The big news out of the women's college hockey world, UW River Falls went to Plattsburgh, New York, and beat the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the country in Plattsburgh State and defending national champion Middlebury. So they have moved up to number 2 in the polls. Augsburg of Minnesota is number 1. So the 1-2 spots held down by the West. We'll talk with Ann Ninneman about that coming up in our first intermission in my conversation with her. All right, we are set to go. Courtney Leising and Micaiah Dummely step to center ice, Dumaley, excuse me, and it is Northland able to control it. When Sensen swings it near side, Anderle throws it back to the middle of the far side, Katie Stanius. Stanius a little trouble here when Sensen back to get it. She'll have to revert back in here. Pointers last played on the 22nd of November. Allie Granovsky far side, bounce comes around, but on the forecheck, Lumberjills fire a shot. That's scooped aside. Olivia Schultz will get down and cover it up here. 28 seconds in. Courtney Leising centering Katie Stanius and Maddie Anderle. Allie Granovsky with Madison Stebbins and Sarah Adalin. Micah Zip with Shelby Treba and Ashton Wilczek. Molly Millar with Josie Bender and Gina Magro. And 2 extra forwards here for the Pointers tonight. Natalie Ahern and Lexi Hagen. And Ninneman dressing just 5 defensemen here tonight. Kayla Stuma, Lauren Winsensen, McKenna Pikarski, Lena Berthume, and Grace Torma. Pointers back the other way. Long range shot smothered aside. Rebound chance. That's turned aside by the goaltender Sky Hughes, who makes a couple of big saves early here as the Pointers look to put some pressure on. Hughes, the goaltender, 5'10", and a freshman, a transfer out of St. Cloud State. So she will get the nod here this afternoon. It was Corin Hansen, the junior, who took the loss against Lake Forest last night for the Lumberjills. Pointers throw a shot to the side of the net. Rebound, shot save made by Hughes on a nifty chance there for Sarah Adalin to the far side. And they will reset again here, opening minute, and a couple of chances already. And here is Stevens Point. Digging into the face-off circle to the left side. And Adalin will get it off the draw. Sarah Adalin comes around, and it is fed on the far side. Granovsky giving chase for Stevens Point. And it is, goes back behind the net. Stevens Point in the forecheck trying to work it loose here. And Ashton Wilczek for the Pointers lost her stick now. Here come the Jills back the other way. Dumaley with it ahead, slides it ahead. Met at the blue line there on the far side by Shelby Treba, excuse me. Treba covers it to the far side. Here is Winsensen ahead, up ahead under the right wing. Sarah Adalin sends it deep for Stevens Point. Opening minute and a half here from KB Willett Arena. Puck loose along the near wall, and a centering effort there is blocked off. We're going to get a whistle, and what are we going to get? Penalty call coming up here on a hooking call, and I believe Stevens Point will go to the skyward power play here early in the first period, as it is Maddie Bladel that will go off here. So Stevens Point to the skyward power play for the Pointers on the season. Let's see here. 4 of 24, 16.7% of the power play. The Jills on the kill, 29 out of 37, 78.4%. Pointers control off the draw. They'll bring it out high to Berthume. Holds the zone, spins, flips it near side to Stanius. Stanius, Berthume, and Micah Zip out high. Zip to Berthume. She'll label a shot. Pad save made. Rebound there. Shoveled just wide to the far side. Good chance there by Katie Stanius. Pointers hold it. Back to Berthume out high. Berthume to Zip. Far side Stanius. Top of the far face-off circle. Back to the point to Zip. Zip near side Berthume. She'll tee it up again. Backdoor shot to goal. Beautiful setup by the Pointers. Courtney Leising with her team best 7th of the year. Skyward power play goal for the Pointers. 17:48 to go in the first. Beautiful setup. And Stevens Point with an early power play goal here. Builds some momentum. right, here is Gronowski now kicks it in. 17:40 to go. Lena Berthume will get the assist. And Micah Zip the other. So Stevens Point on the power play has the lead here. Here is Fryer Kaysen back the other way. Fires a shot. Olivia Schultz will smother that and cover it up, and we'll get a whistle. 17:21 to go here in period number 1. So Courtney Lysing at 2:12, assisted by Lena Berthume. As the Pointers have a 1-0 lead. Now off the draw comes out Treba reaching for it. Unable to come up with it. Northland will send it back the other way. Lauren Sensen with it for Stevens Point Wheels. Long range pass here. They'll wave off icing, and giving chase is Kayla Stumo. Stumo around. Near side. Moffitt will fire a shot in. Olivia Schultz makes the save, and she'll come out to the side of the net to cover it up on a little bit of a goal-mouth scramble there that goes wide. 16:56 to go here in the first period. Stevens Point, a 1-0 lead. Good start here for Stevens Point, and they'll dig in now with the defensive zone face-off to the left side. Bladel will tee it up, hit a body on the way through. Skip to Berthume, weak shot fired in there, and we'll get a whistle, and Olivia Schultz will smother that one here. Kate Holtz with the shot from the near side for Northland. So as we mentioned, Northland coming in here 2-7-1 overall. A pair of wins over Finlandia. A tie against St. Olaf, and they're coming off a 4-1 loss to Lawrence on the 25th, and that was, as we saw the Vikings a couple weeks ago, the first win in program history for them after a couple of years. And here's the Pointers, 2-on-1 developing. Stanyas coming in, firing a shot. Glove save made by Hughes, and she'll hang on. 16:30 to go here in the first. I'm saying the shots on goal here are 6-3 in favor of Northland. 16.5 minutes to go in the first period here. Of course, double header. Pointer men with a big one tonight against UW Superior. Pointers overcoming some bus adversity on the way to River Falls last night. Fell behind early, but got a 3-1 win to keep things going into WIAC. Far corner. Kicked out by Northland. Nice job here by L. Black to clear it out, but the Pointers get in there and disrupt things and send it back into the far corner. Molly Millar giving chase along with Josie Bender. Bender up the near side and couldn't hold on to it. Cleared out. Gina Magro back to get it. She'll go cross ice for Kayla Stumo. Bender now dumps it in. Sent deep behind the net. Stevens Point changing. That'll allow Clara Schmiesing to get it. Schmiesing sends it out again. Fryer Kaysen circling back into her own end. Giving chase here on the forecheck, Grace Torma for the Pointers. And she'll come off now as the puck loose behind the net. Stevens Point after it again. Madison Stebbins after it. Pointers try to throw it in front of the net. Adalin waiting for it between the circles. She is uncovered at the moment, but couldn't work it. Now Berthume with it off the side of the net. Comes right back out in front. Pointers after it again. Adalin on the near side. Able to hold the zone. Comes rolling out toward the middle. Taylor Richmond with it. She'll send it back toward the near side. Sarah Adalin reaching. Couldn't hold. Now it's Micah Zip in there for Stevens Point. She's bumped out here along the near boards. Northland with it. Long range pass goes too far, and I believe should be a whistle and an icing call. It is. 15:01 to go here in period number 1. Stevens Point with a 1-0 lead. Courtney Lysing from Lena Berthume, I believe, is the scoring that we have. May have been another assist. We'll see. 2:12 the time of the goal there. Pointers without Annika Horman in the lineup with illness. Ashton Wilczek sends it cross ice. Pikarski, McKenna Pikarski rattles it around to the near side to Kayla Stumo. Good forecheck here by the Jills, and they're able to prevent Stevens Point going back. Now they walk right out in front. Backhander slid off a stick. Nothing there, and it is a turnover here. Shelby Treba tried to go back toward the middle. It was intercepted. Walking through some traffic here is Kate Holtz. Sent back up along the near wall. DeMailey flips it back, or Durfee, excuse me. Stevens Point now goes behind the net, trying to dig it out in front. Lysing just waiting out there for it. And you'll hear from Courtney Lysing coming up in our second intermission as our Pointer profile here tonight. Far side, Stevens Point on the wheel. 3-on-2 potentially they'll come. Lysing wide open in front. Shot, save, made, rebound. Backhanded off the side of the net by Lysing. Couple of prime chances there. Now they turn it around out high. It is Torma. She'll throw it deep. Lysing lets it go behind the net where it's played by Maddie Anderle. Now right in front of the net. Pad, shot, save. Another pad save. Stanius pounding in there for the puck, but it is Sky Hughes who's able to keep the pad down, make the save, and eventually cover. We get a whistle. 13:44 to go in the first. Stevens Point still a 1-0 lead. Pointer Hockey brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, expert primary and specialty care for all ages. Visit marshfieldclinic.org for more information. Pointers off the draw out high. Torma flips it to the side of the net. There to get the rebound is Gina Magro. Magro out high, Wincention. She'll label one up. That goes on. Comes right back out in front off a skate and goes to the side of the net. Now again on the far side. Magro keeps it alive over there along with Grace Torma. Up the far side, here's Bender walking in, trying to get to a backhand. Puck left between the circles. Able to pick it up there, Taylor Richmond for Northland. And it slides out of the zone back here to the near side. Stevens Point will get to it. Wincenson off the far wall. Tried to get it back in out of the reach of Bender. Millar converging in there. A little double team there. Comes away with the puck for Stevens Point. Sarah Adalin on the left wing tried to kick it to her forehand. Lost the handle on it. Pointers will gain possession of it again. Puck loose here on the near side. Stebbins reaching for it. Almost a turnover here. Northland, couple of good stick checks here. Back the other way comes Stevens Point. Here's Madison Stebbins charging ahead. Whistling a shot. That just missed the top corner. Goes to the far corner. Stebbins to the rebound. Gets it to Sarah Adalin. Adalin looks to center. They bring it back out to the point and it hops over the stick of Lena Berthume. And comes down the length of the ice. 12:30 to go in the first. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Nifty little pass here by Lena Berthume to herself off the near boards. She'll accelerate and get behind the defense. Here comes Berthume. Shot fired. Save made by Hughes. And she'll hang on. Boy, Lena Berthume off the near wall. Played it to herself and kept on trucking. Got a good shot there, but Hughes shut her down. 12:25 to go in the first. Shots now 10-3 in favor of Stevens Point. They have made an adjustment here because our live stats, I believe, for the first couple of minutes were backwards. And now things all on the straight and narrow. So 10 are now 11-3 in favor of the Pointers with the shot by Berthume. Pointers walk right in front of the net with a pretty good chance there. Pikarski. And in transition back the other way, Kylie Moffitt. Moffitt coming, firing a shot, turned aside by Schultz. Pointers almost shot it in their own net. Rebound shot and a goal. In front of the net, Northland will get a goal here as confusion by the Pointers, unable to clear the puck. And let's see who it is. It might be Kate Holtz, who I think scooped the rebound past Olivia Schultz. Nonetheless, Northland is on the board here as they have leveled things at 1 with 12:03 to go in the first period. So we'll see who gets the scoring for the Lumberjills, who are on the board here. Even at 1, Moffitt behind the net. She's harassed there by Maddie Anderle of the Pointers. Far corner, Wincenson. Lauren Wincenson plays it to herself off the boards. Near corner, brings it out, up the near wall, trying to hold it in, but Lumberjills intercept here, and it's a turnover. And it's the Lumberjills cross the red line. They'll send it deep. Moffitt giving chase on the far side. Cleared out. Stevens Point a lane to the puck, but it slides away. And Kylie Sims the first to pick it up there. Back the other way. Turnover forced by Stevens Point. They'll come toward the net. Right up the middle. Trying a wraparound. Instead, they feed it back to the middle and nobody home. Beautiful setup by Katie Stanius, but nobody home. Olivia Schultz now turns the puck over. Comes right in front. She's going to cover it up and get a whistle and restore orders here. As a turnover there, and Northland on the board here. Yep, Kate Holtz gets credit. That's her first of the year. For Holtz, a freshman, so her first career goal is a Lumberjill. Gets them back to even. So Holtz from Kylie Moffitt at 7:57 of the first period is our first goal here this afternoon. Stevens Point now clears it up the middle. Molly Millar with it. She'll truck ahead, cuts in front of Josie Bender. With some speed here, she'll get to it. At the end board now behind the Northland net. Millar looks to center, wide open in front, shot, save made by Hughes on a beautiful chance there by Gina Magro. Pointers really moving the puck well. Here's a shot bouncing in, gloved up by Hughes. Sky Hughes will make the save and hang on. 10:43 to go in the first. We are still even at 1. All right, face off to the left side of Hughes. Hughes, Tegan Johnson, Corin Hansen are the 3 goaltenders here. And Hughes, 366 minutes. A shot comes in, she'll smother it. So she has the most minutes played here. And again, 377 on the goals against average. Tell you what, as a team, Northland 333 on the goals against average. Not bad, but scoring has been the issue for the Gills as they come in averaging just 1.1 goals per game. Behind the net, Adalin for Stevens Point, knocked down. She'll try to get back to her feet, and does. Pokes it along the near side. Pointers will go into the near boards again, trying to dig it out. Adalin in there again. It slides out near face-off circle. Bender with a nifty job, Stebbins throws it in front. Save made by Hughes. And rebound to the far side. Adalin after it, and a pile up on the far side. Northland comes away with it. They'll try to clear it out. Just hangs in the zone when Sensen charging in, and I think it hops up into the Northland bench or an offsides. Either one here along the board. We'll get a whistle. 10:02 to go in the first period. We are even at 1. Courtney Lising for Stevens Point. Kate Holtz for the Lumberjills have us even at 1 here, just about the midway point here of period number 1. We'll get the media timeout here at the next whistle. Treba sends it deep for the Pointers. Overskates the puck in the far corner, and that allows Elle Black to pick it up and try to clear it up the far boards. Lena Berthume brick walls that one back into the far corner, and it is loose on the far side to Ashton Wiltchek. Now here's Micah Zip. Beautiful centering pass. Treba, shot, block, pad, save, and rebound loose. Oh, a quick whistle, and it poked free. 9:38 to go in the first. Media timeout. We are level at 1 here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Oh, because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Your family safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Back here at KB Willett Arena, 9:38 to go. Tom Weaver, glad to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. What are basketball teams in action today against Platteville? Women will underway at Berg Gym. Men at Platteville tonight. So we are even at 1 here as Kate Holtz has gotten the equalizer for the Lumberjills. Now long-range shot in. Hughes with a save, rebound, and unable to pull the rebound that time was Maddie Anderle of the Pointers. Anderle down hard on the far side. And the puck comes around to the near corner now as they'll set it up. Pointer women's basketball game, a 3 o'clock tip-off at Shirley Egner Court at Berg Gym. Stevens Point now out shooting the Gills here 15-5, but we're even at 1. 9 minutes to go in the first period. Puck loose in the neutral zone, near side. Lena Berthume cycles with it. She'll come right up on the left wing. Berthume looks to center. Kicked loose there by the Gills. In front of the net for Lising, nothing there. Berthume shovels it deep to the near corner. Defensive change here. Lysing chases after it. She'll go to the far corner. Kylie Sims tries to play it away with it. And Pointers will kick it ahead and throw it to the near boards to Winsenson. Lauren Winsenson centering effort. That's broken up there by Kylie Moffitt. Pointers able to work it loose. Winsenson with it. She'll come up the near boards and carry it in for Stevens Point. Waiting for a trailer and Treba. Here's a turnover. Grace Torma coming in. She'll fire a shot deflected. Hit a rebound on the side of the net. And it is Treba that kicks it around to the far side. Torma to Treba. Now far corner. Micah Zip cycling with it. Lauren Winsenson can't hold the zone. She'll come back into the neutral zone. Lingering there is Laura Hink for the Jills. But it's Micah Zip. Long range shot kicked aside by Hughes. To the near corner. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first period. Stevens Point and Northland tied at 1. Stevens Point shot fired. Blocker save made there by the goaltender Hughes from the near side. Stevens Point coming close to 20 shots on goal here in this first quarter. The first period, excuse me. And it's McKenna Fryer-Kaysen. Near side. Tapped away from her from behind. And now Pointer defender falls down behind the net. That's Josie Bender. That gets Northland possession of the puck. Long range shot fed to the near side. Durfee with it. She'll fire it deep to the near corner. Taylor Richmond reaching for it. Sydney Canstrup in there as well. Canstrup to the front of the net. Goes wide of her. Now around to the far corner. For Stevens Point, far side. Natalie Ahern. Lost the handle on it. Northland forces a turnover. Back the other way they come. They'll throw it right in front of the net. Swinging for it there was Elle Black. Should have been a tripping penalty here against Stevens Point, but no call made. Puck loose in the far corner. Northland centers it again. Another turnover. Out high it comes. Schmeezing with a shot. Olivia Schultz a save. Rebound. They come in. Backhanded shot. That's kicked aside by Olivia Schultz to the far corner. Kylie Moffitt with a couple of golden chances there, but Schultz turned her aside. Shot goes wide. Pointers on their heels a little bit here. Josie Bender with it now. She'll carry it out for Point with some speed. Got to the red line on the near side and then drags it ahead. Was poked away from behind. Northland turned and comes back the other way. Near side it goes. Cycling with it. Lead pass ahead. Adalin up through the middle is offsides on the play, and Stevens Point will be whistled for an offsides here. 6:14 to go here in the first period, even at 1. Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics, reminding you to make it a point to drink responsibly. 6:14 to go in the first. We'll hear from Pointers coach Ann Ninneman coming up in our first intermission. Plus, we'll get you a scoring recap of this one. Even at 1, Berthume shot. Big rebound left out there by Hughes. But Stevens Point unable to get to it. Now they set it up in the far corner, bouncing puck. And Sarah Adalin in there. She bangs it out high. And right to Adalin. Little misdirection shot there, going nowhere. Madison Stebbins with it will cycle up the near side. Berthume holds it in. Granowski behind the net. Granowski, defender, comes in. Adalin after it in the far corner. Rolls it around the boards to Berthume. She'll bring it, Berthume back near side. Redirected shot. Hughes with a save and a goal. Rebound goal in front. Might be Sarah Adalin. Gets the rebound. That goes 5-hole. 5:39 to go here in the first. Stevens Point up 2-1. Pointers never gave up on the puck there. And if it's Sarah Adalin, that's her second of the year for the junior out of Wayzata, Minnesota. And Stevens Point back to the lead here on, I believe, what is the 20th shot of the first period here for the Pointers. All right, here's Northland. They'll carve it off the draw. Back ahead, McKenna Fryer-Kaysen. Near side. Rolls it up into the near corner, but lost her stick. Now, Pointer defender without a stick somewhere out here. And side of the net, Schultz surveys it up, trying to get it. Pointers poke it. Katie Stanius after it. Jills bring it out high again. Long range shot. That goes wide, but they're going to say Clara Schmeezing brought it out and brought it back in, so a whistle and an offsides with 5:17 to go here in the first period. Face-off just outside the Stevens Point blue line on the far side. Actually, it's Madison Stebbins that they're going to credit with the goal. Wouldn't you know it, her first career goal for the Pointers has a 2-1 lead. Lena Berthume ahead, tipped ahead. Katie Stanius, 2-5 for her. We'll get a whistle and an icing call. So Madison Stebbins from Sarah Adalin and Lena Berthume have Stevens Point up 2-1. First career goal here for the freshman out of Eagle River. And a face-off back into Stevens Point, and now to the left side. 21-9, the shots in favor of the Pointers. And Stevens Point loses the draw. Long pad save made here by Olivia Schultz. And on the near side, Lena Berthume with it. Berthume, left wing. She's gonna carry it right in. Lost it near the blue line. Now hangs onto it, centers it. And it's Courtney Leising reaching for it. Back the other way it comes. Leising with a power play goal early on here. And Madison Stebbins adding to give the Stevens Point the lead. Berthume to Treba, far side. Leising poked away from her from behind. Kylie Moffitt cycling with it. Wilczek with it. She'll throw it off the far wall and give chase. Bladel, Maddie Bladel, circling back in her own end. Lost the handle on it. 2 pointers coming in. Couldn't come away with it. Now Winsenson forces it free up the far wall. 4:10 to go here in the first. Jills get it back. Clear it out into the neutral zone. Near high. Kylie Moffitt. Micah Zip hustling back to get it for Stevens Point. Zip. Far side, Winsenson. She'll rotate it around and send it up ahead across the red line. Nice job here by Shelby Treba to get it deep. Pointers will change. Far side, Gina Magro with it. She'll force it back up and go behind the net as the Pointers finish the change and set up the forecheck. Millar after the net, pokes it free. Millar gains possession of it, looks to center. Now comes up the near side. Molly Millar out high, just keeps going, and she'll leave it out high to Winsenson. She'll scoop a shot, redirected. That went wide. Millar to the rebound, throws it in front, pad save. Puck is loose. They jam for it near the side of the net. Still loose. Puck is still loose, and finally Sky Hughes able to reach out and cover it up. Boy, the puck sat in the blue paint there forever, and nobody could get possession of it. Sky Hughes battling through traffic to reach down and cover it up. As we get a whistle, 3:29 to go here in period number 1. Four non-conference games before, I should say 4 games. 3 of them non-conference after tonight here for the Pointers. As the puck loose through the neutral zone. So it's Northland today, then St. Catherine Tuesday, and then next weekend, Pointers will go to Augsburg and a return with St. Catherine on the road. Firewall and sent deep here by Northland. No icing, they'll say. So we'll play on with 2:50 to go in the first. And now we'll get a penalty call coming up here. Grace Torma draws the penalty call. Olivia Schultz off in favor of an extra attacker. McKenna Pikarski with it. Carries. She'll wait for reinforcements here. Pikarski still with it. Northland will play the puck and we'll get a whistle. 2:40 to go. A tripping call behind the play. Stevens Point will get their second turn on the Skyward power play after converting on their first opportunity. A reminder of supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win that you'll be victorious when you join Skyward. Learn more at skyward.com/careers and get your name on the roster. 2:40 to go in the first period. Stevens Point on their second Skyward power play of the afternoon, looking to increase the lead. Stanius out high, Micah Zip to Lena Berthume at the point. She'll whistle a shot, pad save, rebound shot smothered by Hughes. As right on the doorstep, Courtney Leising, who has been buzzing around the net here this afternoon for the Pointers. 2:29 to go now, 1:49 remaining in the power play. And Northland off the draw, able to clear it out. Lena Berthume pulls it back. Berthume near side to Micah Zip. Back to Berthume. Up ahead, Leising. Far side, works it around the defender to get it deep. 1.5 to go in the Skyward power play. Jills around the board. Berthume gets to it on the near side. Berthume skates in from the near point, leaves it out high to Zip. Zip waiting, back to Berthume, has an angle, shot in front, try to redirect, backhanded chance is smothered, and it's Leising to the rebound, far side. She'll feed it at the half wall to Stanius. Now to Zip. back to Stanius, back to Zip out high, far side, near side now Berthium coming right back to the middle, shoved by Stanius wide. Lysing with it, thought about a wraparound, instead brings it out to the near face-off circle, dumps it to Berthium, then Lysing sets up between the circles, they'll come back. Far side, half wall, it's Katie Stanius. Out high, Micah Zip able to hold it in. Zip sets it up far side with 45 to go. Shot pad save made there by Hughes. And it is Lysing out high again. Micah Zip waiting. Zip in the middle. Hit off the skate. Berthium will gather it in. Comes around. Fires a shot. Hit a skate on the way in. Pointers to the rebound. Pointers changing two of their forwards here. Berthium will wait it. She'll fire it. Redirected in front of the net. Lysing tipped it wide. Coming up on a minute to go in the period and 25 to go in the power play. Stevens Point in the far corner. Josie Bender keeps it going. Nice position to spin around there. Hassled by a defender. Granowski comes bailing in there to work it out. 14 to go on the power play. Far point Winsenson. She'll feed it half wall to Granowski. Back to Winsenson. Fires a shot. Tipped just wide. And it's Bender to the rebound. Bender far side to Granowski again. She'll turn. Pikarski near side. She'll throw it toward the net. That's stuck aside by Hughes. Northland at full strength. Pointers continue to cycle the puck. Winsenson with a shot, hit a body in front. That stung a defender. Rebound to the side of the net. Bender couldn't pull the trigger. Granowski sends it back, and now it's Northland back the other way. Maddie Bladel. Bladel coming up 2-on-2 along with Laura Hink. Fires it wide. It comes out. Livia Schultz will get near it and smother it, and we'll get a whistle. 20 seconds remaining here in the first period. Shots now 28-9 in favor of the Pointers, who are now 1 for 2 in the Skyward power play. And he'll talk about shots on goal coming up here with Ann Ninneman. Pointers averaging 25 shots a game. So this welcome offense here for the Pointers. Long range shot here, 10 seconds to go in the period. Not far enough for icing. Near side, final seconds will tick away. Let's see if Stevens Point can force a turnover. Northland will pull it behind the net. And that will do it. 20 minutes in the books here from KB Willett Arena. Back and forth affair here that sees Stevens Point with a 2-1 lead after one period. All right, coming up in our intermission here, we'll give you a complete first period recap, scoring and others. We'll take a look at some of the other games going on as well. Plus, you'll hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. Conversation with her prior to this afternoon's face-off. One period of play in the books. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. We'll come back with our first intermission after this timeout on the Pointers Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely a winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The new and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You'll find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver and the Pointer Sports Network. Glad you're with us on this Saturday afternoon. WIAC women's hockey action. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. After 20 minutes, Pointers got on the board, 2:12 of the first period. After Maddie Bladel will send off on a hooking call, Courtney Leising on the Skyward power play. That's her 7th of the year, assisted by Lena Berthume and Micah Zip. Time of that goal, 2:12. However, the Lumberjills responding at 7:57 of the first period. Kate Holtz. What they are saying is her 3rd of the year on the scoring sheet here, but I don't believe that is correct. We will double check here, as it is Kate Holtz with her... Yep, it is. I take it back. Kate Holtz, 3rd of the year for the Lumberjills, assisted by Kylie Moffitt. That came at 7:57. And then the Pointers, Madison Stebbins. It's her first career goal, that I can tell you. And that came at 4:22 on a rebound. Sarah Adalin, Lena Berthume with the assist. Stevens Point at 2-1 lead. Shots on goal 29-10 in favor of the Pointers. So Olivia Schultz, 9 first period saves for the Pointers. And it is Sky Hughes really battling to keep the Jills in this one. She made 27 first period saves. On the power play, Stevens Point 1 for 2, credited with 7 shots on goal. Northland the Pointers yet to take a penalty, so no power plays as of yet for the Lumberjills. And face-off wise, it is Northland winning 51.9% of the face-offs. Only a game amongst WIAC teams today. We do have one final in already from the NCHA. In women's action, Aurora beat Lawrence 11-1 this afternoon. So that is the other matchup. Games coming up later this week. On Tuesday, we're back here with the Pointers as they will host St. Catherine out of the MIAC. Non-conference game. That is an early start time at 6 o'clock, so we'll be on the air at 5:45 with our pregame coverage there. Also on Tuesday, Eau Claire is at Hamlin, and St. Scholastica travels to UW Superior. So those games are on Tuesday. And then the Pointers will close out the first half of the season next weekend, the 9th and 10th, Friday night at Augsburg University in Minneapolis. And then on Saturday, St. Catherine, that game in St. Paul. That St. Paul game is, let's see here, a 2 o'clock in the afternoon start there. Let's see, and then the Pointers will be off until January the 6th and 7th, when they'll head back to the Twin Cities. Friday night, a game against Hamlin University. That is a 5 o'clock start. And then Saturday afternoon, January the 7th, they'll be at St. Mary's, a 2 o'clock start there. Next home games after Tuesday for the Pointers will be the 13th and 14th of January, when the Pointers host UW River Falls. Here, Stevens Point, a 2-1 lead over Northland College. This WIAC matchup. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. That is coming up. 2-1 Stevens Point after 1. We'll have more of our first intermission on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Oh, because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Continue our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network this afternoon. Pointer women hosting Northland. It's a WIAC matchup at KB Willett Arena. We talked now with Pointer's head coach Ann Ninneman. Well, Coach, since I saw you last, took care of business against Lawrence, went to Superior, got a really nice win there, and kind of ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw in St. Norbert, showing what they're capable of. Where you're at here, kind of Thanksgiving is always kind of a measuring stick. You happy with where you're at?
Yeah, I think we have a good start. I think we've seen what and how well we can play when we play well. I think we also ride a roller coaster that we're going to have to get off of ASAP, just between our performance at Superior and then to back it up or not back it up against St. Norbert. So I'm happy with the way we've progressed, but I'm not so happy with the way that we took some steps back.
Yeah, let's start with the game at Superior. I thought you handled things on the big sheet of ice up there. It was kind of a challenge, but you got some really timely scoring in that game.
Yes, we absolutely did, and you have the bus ride before that. But we came out on our toes, on fire, and put everything together. The energy was there. It was exciting, and they're a good team. So it was a nice win up there.
I know St. Norbert, they have more speed than a lot of the teams that you see, and that can be a handful, right?
Yeah, yep, and they have a wider sheet than we're used to, too. They used the width. They took advantage of that, and we had a lot of decent individual efforts, but it was a lot of individuals.
Let's talk about the stretch that lays in front of you starting here today, 4 games before the holiday break. This is an important stretch to build some momentum heading into the semester break.
Yes, absolutely. It's key to keep us excited as the players go home for about 2 weeks, so to keep them excited to come back, working out, training, but we have some fun games, big games, in these 2 weeks.
Also kind of coming off the heels of the Thanksgiving break here, able to give just kind of a little breather. Is that a good thing?
Yes, that's always a good thing. I think to get them home with their families. Most of their families, our Alaskan players went with a teammate, so that was good too. But just a little break from each other to get us excited to come back.
Kind of look at this next. It's kind of almost like a little mini tournament here over the next 4 games, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Put a mindset like that. All right. I want to ask you a little bit about the West hockey in general here. River Falls went and did some heavy lifting out east and got 2 big wins. Augsburg and them 1-2 in the country. It's kind of nice to flip that table in the national polls, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's great to see Gustavus take that number 1 spot, and for River Falls to beat Plattsburgh and Middlebury, notorious national champions. It's huge for the West, and I think it just shows again how deep our conference is and how many tough teams we have out here in the West.
And then when you mix that in with the MIAC schools that you play a lot here, playing a good schedule, aggressive schedule for you, it really helps, doesn't it?
Yes, it's enjoyable. It's extremely fun to play tougher teams more often than to have that bigger parity from the top and the bottom. So I truly enjoy our conference, top to bottom. It's a game every day.
Starts with Northland here today. They had a game last night. You're able to sit here, but you can't rest on the fact that you didn't play last night, and you got to come out ready to go. Getting off to a good start here today, really important, isn't it?
Yes, that has been our bread and butter. When our first shift does not go well, we have a tendency to struggle throughout the game. So it's setting the tone and finding ways to get that energy up immediately.
And then I know we talked earlier in the year, just trying to find some more goal scoring and getting some chances. I think on paper you're up about 5 shots a game from your goal. You'd still like to see more, wouldn't you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and quality shots as well. I think we stayed to the exterior a little bit. We've been focusing on that at practice. we've been focusing on both sides of it, offensive and defensive, to score more but allow less, in hopes that it's a win-win on both sides.
And in general, you happy with your defensive game overall?
Yeah, in general, we're young. We don't have any seniors back there, except for Liv in the nets. But yeah, we're holding it together, and we're giving ourselves a chance to win a game. But you can't win a game if you don't score a goal.
There we go. All right, Coach. Good luck here this afternoon.
Thank you.
Pointers head coach Ann Edmonds. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointers Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location at the Dreyfus University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, both teams getting set to come out here for the second period. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead after outshooting the Lumberjills 29-10. Latest U.S. College Hockey Online Division III Women's Poll, Gustavus out of Minnesota, 8-0. They're number 1. River Falls, 8-1, are number 2. Then it's Middlebury, Plattsburgh, Adrian College out of Michigan, who's 9-0. Norwich, Elmira, Colby, UW-Eau Claire is 9th. Nazareth out of the Buffalo area is 10th. River Falls and Gustavus are going to play 3 times coming up here, starting next week on the 7th, and then on Saturday the 10th, I believe it is. And then they'll play again in January. So the 1 and 2 teams in the country from the West. And boy, it's been a long time since we've seen that. Eau Claire in the midst as well at number 9. Aurora, as we said, 11-1 winners over Lawrence. They're ranked 12th. So that is the Western representation among things. But for Stevens Point, steady as she goes here as we begin period number 2. And Pointers coming in averaging 2.5 goals a game, while giving up 2.1. So, all right. And I tell you what, Sky Hughes battling in the net here for the Jills. Made some big saves here. I'm sure she's got a computer, or excuse me, a equipment issue here, or if there's an ice issue in the crease, as they look to be smoothing a spot out here right in the crease. So our officiating crew down there to deal with it. They're looking for a water bottle here. Yep, so they'll get that and covered up. Pointers back here Tuesday, hosting St. Catherine. We'll be on the air with pregame programming at 5:45. That is an early face-off. At 6 o'clock here at Willett Arena on Tuesday night. Pointer men next week after tonight. They host Superior in a first-place showdown tonight, and then next week, Pointer men will be a home-and-home with Eau Claire to close out the first half of the season. Here at Willett Arena Friday night, at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire on Saturday. All right, ice has been remedied. We are ready to go. Lumberjills control off the opening draw. Here's a set play here ahead for Matea DeMayle. She'll come in, forced wide nicely there by Courtney Leising, and Leising with it. She'll zip a pass up ahead onto the stick of Maddie Anderle. Anderle sends it deep wide to the far corner. Anderle picked up by a defender, but gets possession, centers it. Leising pulls it back, fires a shot, save made by Hughes. Rebound cleared aside. Far side for Stevens Point, Kayla Stumo. Near side wins Sensen. She'll fire a shot, kicked aside. That's into the far corner. Hughes, two big saves here to start off. Free Arcason sends it wide. And Stevens Point trying to get an outlet pass here up the far side, fighting for it. Stumo finally jumps to the stick there of Maddie Anderle, and she'll send it down. Near side, a scrum for it. Stevens Point digs it free, drags it to the near corner. That's Madison Stebbins, who has her first career goal here tonight. And she'll get it back. Stebbins forces it deep again. Granoski giving chase. Sarah Adalin on the far side is the first to get there. Adalin waiting for it and runs into the referee on the far side. And that allows Adalin to get it, and she'll flip it deep again. Opening 90 seconds here, the second period. Shelby Treba after it for point. Here's a turnover. Micah Zip bouncing puck, corrals it, throws a shot wide. Treba to the rebound, throws it in front. Jam free again. Pikarski with it out high. Pikarski skates across to the far side, trying to get to her forehand. Instead, will bounce it back. Zip cycles with it. Near side, Berthume, a one-timer. That shot wide. Kicked wide by Hughes. Rebound to the far side, gets past Lena Berthume, so she'll have to come back and get it. Again, just 5 defensemen dressing for Ann Ninneman here this afternoon. And here's Berthume up ahead, cuts to the left wing. She'll get around a defender, coming in, tries a power move, taken down and ends up into the net hard. And the goaltender, Sky Hughes, is down. Oh boy, Berthume. Let's see if we get a penalty called here. Is Berthume taken down in the play? I don't think so. And Hughes, as Berthume came crashing into the net, Hughes having a little trouble to get back to her feet here. And let's see. I think she's all right. And I think everybody having a good look at the officials here, and we'll see what we have. As Sky Hughes a little slow, and we'll see if a athletic trainer comes out to check on her or not. I think she okay here. I'll give her some time. And 17:51 to go here. And I think, I'm wondering here if, I don't think Northland has an athletic trainer that travels with them. And I'm not sure if they're waiting for a trainer to come out and check on it here, but we'll see. They'll send Micah Zip out. And Sky Hughes, I think, is going to make the call here. If she's all right, we'll see. And I think she's all right here after the collision to the side of the net. And I think we'll be ready to go. All right, so Hughes all right. And let's see what we have here. No penalty, so we'll get a face-off to the right side of Sky Hughes, and I think Northland out asking for an explanation here. Interference with the goaltender or not, and I think the Pointer's asking if it was a hook or a hold of sorts that threw Berthume off her tracks. But it's neither, and we'll get a face-off to the right side of Sky Hughes. Off the face-off, it is the Jills, Clara Schmiesing. Around to the backhander when Sensen cuts that one off. Torma after it. Both defensemen pinching in here on the far side. Now it comes around. Micah Zip with it. She'll send it back. Northland gets it back. Zip coming in. Good stick check here to free it up. Bounces at center ice. Kylie Moffitt with it. Sends it back the other way. Just wide of Olivia Schultz. Lauren Winsensen back to get it. Moffitt will harass her behind the net, so Micah Zip will get it now in the near corner. Zip up the wall in the near side, able to get it out to center ice. Ashton Wilczek gets it deep and then knocked down in the play, and it'll bounce in on Hughes. Nobody there, and now we'll finally get a whistle. And I'm not sure why the near official here didn't blow that dead. It finally took the back official to blow the whistle, and we'll get a face-off in the Northland end. Pointers now over 30 shots on goal, 30-11. The Jills were outshot 50-11 last night by Lake Forest in a 7-0 loss. Pikarski for Stevens Point. Throws it behind the net. Too strong from Millar. Gina Magro to it on the far side. Out high, Kayla Stumo. Stumo comes in, lost the handle, now gets it, lifts the shot, hit a body in front, rebound loose, jammed at the rebound and cleared aside. Stumo in, but it's poked around her. McKenna Pikarski back to get it. Pikarski back, cycles behind her own net, puts the brakes on, reverses far corner, out of the reach of Gina Magro. Molly Millar up the far side, around a defender. Penalty call coming up here as Millar draws a penalty call, and Olivia Schultz not able to get off. We'll get a whistle and a hooking call here. Stevens Point will head to the skyward power play. For the third time this afternoon, they are 1 for 2. 2-1 lead for Stevens Point, heading to the skyward power play with 16:35 to go here in period number 2. Courtney Leising out there with Maddie Anderle and Katie Stanius. Up front, Micah Zip and Lena Berthume will run the point here on the power play. Zip near side, hops over her stick. She's got to get back out into the neutral zone to get it. She does. Shields it from a defender. Lena Berthume a little loose with the puck here. And now finally back to Micah Zip. Aggressive forecheck here. Stanius, right wing, brings it in. Katie Stanius cuts around. She'll leave it back. It's Micah Zip. She'll skate across the blue line now, reverse back, flip it half wall near side to Stanius. Back out high to Zip. Zip looking. She'll skate in. Firing a shot. Hit a body pad save made by Hughes on a seeing eye shot through. Northland will get it. Oh, Berthume holds the zone. Nice job there. Now flips it back. Here is Zip coming right up the middle. Fires a shot. That goes wide. Rebound. Leising hammers it. Hughes another save. And it's Berthume that cuts it off. She'll cycle it near corner. Flips a backhander behind the net for Anderle. Anderle looks to center. She'll reverse now and come back out to the near side. Poked away from her, but she's able to gather it back. Courtney Leising coming in to help out here. But it's Anderle that comes back with it. Out to Berthume. Out high Zip. Back to Berthume, far side. A long-range shot. Oh, redirect in front. Rebound loose. Cleared aside. Leising had another shot at a rebound. She'll go deep again toward Anderle, but it's cut off here by Northland. 45 seconds to go on the skyward power play. Here's Leising walking right in, firing a shot. Pad save made by Hughes. And Josie Bender up the bench here now. Out high to Lauren Winsenson. Winsenson along the blue line, waits, now feeds it near corner to Bender. Bender, beautiful into the middle. Leising couldn't pull the trigger. Adal into the rebound on the far side. She'll cycle with it, leave it out high to Winsenson. Shoves it to Berthume on the near side. They'll switch places. Long range shot in the goal. Oh no, it hit the post on the near side and came out. Oh, looked like it went in, but Sky Hughes gets bailed out by the near post. Here's Bender, now to Adalin. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Winsenson again. Feeds it half wall in the near side to Granowski. She'll come in, whistles a shot, hit a body shot to goal. I think it hit a body in front of the net on the way in. Allie Granowski with the shot. It's another skyward power play goal for the Pointers, who extend their lead to 3-1. All right, Jason Carter, less than thrilled here. With there's still no penalty call on the goaltender, I think is what I caught the end of, and we're going to get another penalty here. And it's going to be an interference call here against Kayla Stumo, I believe. So Stumo will take the box here, and Northland will head to the power play here this afternoon for the first time. 14:31 to go here. Power play numbers for the Lumberjills, 2 of 32. That's 6.3%. Pointer penalty killers, 19 of 22, 86.2%. 3-1 Stevens Point, Northland to the power play. Off the draw, Berthume pokes it free, and here comes Courtney Leising out. Leising tried to flip it back to the middle. Some speed up front here with Leising and Adalin. Leising on the forecheck. Now it's Adalin far side. She'll gather it in with one arm and look to get it deep. Instead, she'll carry it now. Firing a shot, got through the legs of a defender. Adalin after it, pokes it free for a minute. It's loose in the far corner. I think Adalin was thinking about coming off, but instead, with the puck in the far corner, rethought and will hold strong. Now they'll come near side. Leising reaching for it. Nothing there. Puck loose. Neutral zone on the far side. Berthume got a piece of it. Free Arcason coming in. Shot blocked. That goes up into the netting. And we get a whistle. 13:51 to go here in the second. And 1:19 remaining on the power play. So Sarah Adalin credited with the Pointer power play goal from Allie Granofsky at 5:22. So Adalin, her second of the year. Second Skyward power play goal of the afternoon. But Northland, 1:15 remaining. Ooh, a shot that hit off a Micah Zip and redirected just wide. Olivia Schultz able to track that one. Bladel with it again. Now they feed it far side. Back to Bladel out high. She'll whistle a shot. That's wide. Rebound well wide of the net. Inching into the far side. Clara Schmiesing for the Jills. She'll counter behind the net and around to the near corner. 50 seconds remaining on the Northland power play. Bladel range a shot, hit off the near post, redirected, rebound turned aside. Oh boy, kind of a dead hit on the post that clanked right straight down. Far side, L. Black. She'll cycle with it, getting free, firing a shot blocked, rebound shot, pad save made by Schultz. Pointers will get control of it, and it is Gina Magro flipping it out into the neutral zone. Northland with it, waltzing through the middle here, Maddie Bladel. Bladel coming in, firing a shot, stuck wide by Olivia Schultz. Pointers off the near wall, able to clear it out. Schmiesing back to get it, has to come all the way back into her own end. 15 to go on the power play. Lead pass ahead, Torma pokes that one free. Here's a turnover forced by Granowski momentarily. Now chops it back as it's kind of aerial here along the blue line. Torma will get it and dump it down into the far corner. Final seconds of the Northland power play will tick off. Pointers back at full strength. A 3-1 lead here. Northland countering back the other way. Lauren Klein up on the far side. Chases it behind the net. I believe this is Nevaeh Trehe. Trying to get to it. Take it back, Laura Hink. And the Pointers gain it and throw it right back out. Dufree with it now back. Far side, Taylor Richmond for Northland gets it deep to the near corner. McKenna Pikarski is the first to get there for Stevens Point. Lena Berthume back through to the middle. Hit off the back skate of Katie Stanius. She's going to try to win a foot race here. They're going to wave off icing anyway. Moffitt plays it right to Courtney Leising on the near side. Walked right into a defender. Richmond swings it around the boards to the far side. Berthume will hustle there and send it back deep to the far corner. Kylie Sims waiting for it. Nope, take it back. It's Kira Richards waiting for it, but the Pointers poke it free from her. Yes, Maddie Anderle now with it for Stevens Point in the far corner. She'll reverse back to get free. Walks through a defender. Comes right out. Leising shot went wide. Oh boy, Anderle I think would have had a better angle at the net, but Pointers get a nice shot there. Leising rips a shot. There's a shot block there by the Jills. Out high, Winsenson with it. Waltzes herself free. Lifts a shot. Glove save made by Hughes. And she'll hang on. 11-12 to go here in the second period. Stevens Point now 38 shots on goal here this afternoon. And a 3-1 lead in this WIAC matchup. Play will stay in the Northland end here. Off the draw, long range shot there. That is tipped aside by Treba in front of the net. Goes to the far corner. Northland gains possession. They'll rim it around the boards, trying to clear it out on the near side. But reaching in there, McKenna Pikarski. Just out of her reach, Grace Torma will get it back. Torma coming up. Torma leaves it for Treba and then played out. Back the other way now. Gina Magro rims it in. Around it goes, rolling all the way to the far side. Grace Torma the first to get there, lifted it up in the air. Glove down momentarily by the Jills. Stevens Point shoves it ahead, but Northland able to intercept. Back the other way, Clara Schmiesing comes in. Schmiesing, now centering pass in front, turned aside. Prime chance, another backhander off the side of the net. Schultz will reach out with the glove and smother it with 10:20 to go here in the period. Pointers with a pair of power play goals here this afternoon have gotten to a 3-1 lead. Pointer power play coming in at 16.7%, so a six-pack of power play goals in the season now for the Pointers. Almost turned it over right in front of their own net. And it's Kayla Stumo who restores order. Stumo out. She'll zip it far side. Right back through to the middle. Tipped ahead here in the near side by Natalie Ahern. She'll chase after it. Ahern getting there. Leaves it for Millar. Millar coming in. She'll flip it and cycle it around to the far corner. Millar tried to get it to Winsenson, but a defender got a stick on it. That partially deflected it. Millar will get it back. She'll flip it up here on the near side. Millar showing some speed. Ahern in there as well. Centering effort here. That's controlled now by Ashton Wilczek. Near side. Ahern. And they'll still play it up. Piekarski now will throw it around to the far corner. Wilczek striding after it. Northland with it. And around to the far side, got by Lena Berthume. She'll hustle back and reverses back up the far boards, ditches a defender, walks through on the far side. Berthume hustling in, has Treba wide open in front of the net, didn't see her. Treba behind the net now to the far corner, and a long-range pass here. Sarah Adalin will hustle after it to get to it on the far side. 9:05 to go here in the second period. Stevens Point a 3-1 lead. Collision, Richmond, zip wandering around that one, goes far side. Long range shot by Adalin, wired high to the near side. Rebound is loose in the near corner. Adalin bouncing puck, chopping for it, got stood up. Richmond in there for Northland, clears it up the near wall. Stumo holds it in. Kayla Stumo shot through traffic. That hit a body in front of the net. Here's Taylor Richmond, 2-on-2. Back the other way with Nevaeh Trehe. Trehe after it to the near corner. Stumo pokes it away from her, and Grace Torma now shoves it up for Ali Gronowski on the far side. Cuts back to the middle to shake a defender. Now cuts back to the far side of the red line and gets the puck deep. Pointers will give chase here. Anderle off the Pointer bench on the near side. She'll come in, turn the puck over right side of the net. Try to backhand her in front. Leising was coming right up the middle, never saw her. Winsenson now in the far corner. Good body position to hold the play there. Northland will pick it up and drag it behind their own net. Yvonne Durfee with it up the near side. Got it to Richmond, intercepted by Anderle. Anderle and Leising back the other way. Anderle spinning, leaves it back to the middle. Winsenson walks down, lost it, got it back, lifts a shot over the top of the cage. Rebound side of the net is jammed at, bouncing puck. Now Leising reaching for it. She'll gather it in. Beautiful move to separate. She'll fire a shot. Blocker to side by Hughes. Rebound to the far corner. Pointer cycling the puck very well here. Berthume near side to Winsenson. She'll fire a shot. Hit a body in front. Ricocheting to the far side. Controlling the rebound now, Maddie Anderle to Courtney Leising. Leising, couple of stick checks, gets free, fires a shot, hit a skate in front of the net. Turning shot there is picked by Piekarski. Smothered off, now comes right in front again. Leising chopping at it in front of the net. Here's Piekarski with a shot, save made by Hughes, and she'll hang on and then closes out. We're going to get some penalties perhaps coming up here, as they may take one aside here as things getting close in. However, 7:21 to go. Media timeout. Stevens Point 3-1 lead here in the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important, and with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford, and online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, out of the media timeout. Only one penalty. Courtney Leising of the Pointers off for slashing. So Northland will head to the power play for the third time here this afternoon. Stevens Point a 3-1 lead here. 7:21 to go in period number 2. Off the face-off, Lumberjills. Bladel near side, winds it up, hit a body in front. Loose in the near corner. Pointers get to the rebound. McKenna Piekarski tried to clear it. Bladel holds it back in. Near side, Black. Cross ice, can't handle it. Now they'll get it back in the far corner and a run over there on the far side. Northland howling for another penalty here. Bladel, she'll come along, wiring a shot through. Schultz fought that one off. Pekarski to the rebound on the near side, still can't clear it out. Now it's poked on the near side. Zip battling for it. Zip poked it free for a minute. Jills get it back. Minute 20 to go on the power play. Bladel at the blue line near side. She'll wire up a shot. That hit one of her own mates in front of the net. Now they slide it back out again and reset. Bladel near side shooting angle. They thought about it. Now wiring a shot, just missing. Might have gotten a piece of the glove of Olivia Schultz. 6:25 to go. Puck loose behind the Stevens Point net. Pointers will get it and they'll send it the link to the ice. Pointers badly need a change here, and Northland changing as well. 50 seconds remaining on the power play for the Jills. Let's try to skate it out of their own end. Sims with it ahead. Sims up onto the right wing. Sydney Canstrup carries it in. She'll look to find a trailer, but instead work it all the way around the boards to right behind the net. 3 white jerseys in there for Stevens Point. The Pointers come away with it, and they'll get it up and down the link to the ice again. 25 seconds to go. Pointer penalty killers have been good here this afternoon. Pointers have outshot the Jills 42-15, but more importantly, hold a 3-1 lead. Turnover, Granoski's shot, that's blocked. Here's Northland, maybe an odd man rush, back the other way. Right wing, I believe it's Clara Schmiesing. Schmiesing leaves it back out high. She will tip it deep. Schmiesing out of the far corner, Yvonne Durfee. Pointers back at full strength. And a centering pass right in front, wide open, couldn't connect. Micah Zip waiting for it. Here comes Katie Stanius ahead. Micah Zip on the near side, had to pick it up. She'll center it back towards Stanius, but behind her. Here's the Jills back the other way. Richmond on a breakaway off of her stick, can't control it. She can't even get a bad angle shot off, so she'll go to the far corner and try to reset things. Alert back check there by the Pointers. Here's Ashton Wilczek ahead. She'll fight her way to the red line and fire it off the far boards and deep. Behind the net, Richmond back to get it. Richards. Dufree lost the handle on it, taken away by the Pointers. Stevens Point, Ashton Wilczek to Courtney Leising. She'll get a shot, save man, rebound attempt by Wilczek. And that's smothered by Sky Hughes as another couple of nice chances as the Pointers now 42 shots on goal here this afternoon. And we mentioned it earlier, they've come in averaging just 24.9 shots a game, so getting some chances here this afternoon. Maddie Anderle for the Pointers goes to the near corner. Josie Bender in there as well. Courtney Leising works it free. Pikarski with a shot. Hughes kick save into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. 4:26 to go in the second. Coming up in our second intermission, we'll get you a scoring recap. Plus, it's our Pointer profile with the sophomore out of Maple Grove, Minnesota, Courtney Leising. I told Courtney that she was good enough to talk to me. I guarantee she'd get on the board, and she did right off the bat. Power play goal. All right, now they'll try to dig it out from the near side. Leising reaching for it. Now loose in front of the net. Bender knocked down in the play. Now picked up back the other way. Moffitt with some speed back the other way. And Moffitt dangles through Winsenson. Backhanded shot. Save made by Olivia Schultz. 4 minutes to go here for the Pointers in the second period with the puck. They'll walk through traffic. Josie Bender with it. Bender ahead. Turn the puck over to Sims. She'll bat it deep. Point back to get it with Lauren Winsenson. She'll leave it behind the net. Far board, sloppy pass here, and another turnover out high. Northland will send the puck back behind the net. 3:40 to go. Pointers dig it out here. Winsenson, Josie Bender still trying to get there. Bender waiting, and Olivia Schultz out to cover it up, and we'll get a whistle. 3:31 to go here in the second period. And Stevens Point with a 2-goal lead. And we'll get another face-off in the near corner. All right, face-off to the right side of Olivia Schultz. Stevens Point, Molly Millar trying to get some speed up the far boards. That's intercepted, played back by the other way. McKenna Freer-Kaysen And what do we have? A penalty call coming up here, a holding call. This is going to go against the Pointers' Gina Magro. So Pointers will head back to the kill here with 3:12 to go in the second period. Gina Magro on a holding call. And it will be the third power play of the afternoon for the Gills. Face off to the left side of Olivia Schultz. 3-1 is the Pointers' lead. And Northland trying to cut into a 2-goal deficit. Bladel firing a shot. Goes wide to the far corner. Lysing reaches in. Poked it out. Off a skate. Comes out. Bladel at center ice. Adalin and Lysing reaching for it. Bladel comes through. Firing a shot. Schultz lets that go wide to the near side. Pikarski after it on the near side. Here's the Jill shot. Oh, good stick here by Sarah Adalin. And I don't think it got up into the netting. It went up in the air all the way to the far corner, but never hit the roof or the netting. Here's Sims with it. Sims holding, feeds it now far side to Bladel. Bladel wheeling a shot through. That's wide to the near corner. Kate Holtz, the goal scorer for the Gills. And almost held in on a nifty job out of midair by Kylie Sims. To Bladel, she'll flip it back to the near corner. McKenna Pikarski for the Pointers. To keep an eye on these Pointer defensemen here. Now a shot fired, hit a body, didn't get through. And Holtz will leave it to the far side. Bladel to Schmiesing, near side, poked free. Sarah Adalin off to the races, perhaps near side. She's got Lysing coming up the middle. Adalin just content to flip a backhander behind the net. Lysing will get it. Courtney Lysing through a couple of defenders. Lysing out of gas here at the end of a shift, long shift here, but the Pointers jam it in. Lysing will circle after it, and this could be an icing call here against the Gills. It is. 38 seconds to go in the power play, a minute 50 to go here in period number 2. Northland will ice the puck on the power play, and a face-off back in their own defensive end. I believe to the left side here of the goaltender, Sky Hughes. All right, Sky Hughes, who was down earlier in the period, seems to have shaken that off. Near side, here's Northland, back the other way, still in the power play. El Black, a backhander in. Far side and around and out. Pointers catch a break here as Northland can't handle the pass. It is Yvonne Durfee back to get it. Durfee near corner, a pass ahead to the captain DeMailey. Around back again. Still loose on the far side. Micah Zip runs some traffic there. Katie Stanyas will get it. Comes right back to her. Chipped ahead. Pointers at full strength. Allie Gronowski off the bench on the change. Wheeling out into the neutral zone. Lena Berthume cuts that back off. Leaves it back to Kayla Stumo. Stumo ahead. Natalie Ahern. Final minute of play here in the second period. Ahern around a defender with Gronowski. Gronowski far corner. Had Wilczek coming down the slot. Didn't see her. Far side now, it is Natalie Ahern. Out high to Winsenson. Off the stick of a Jill defender into the near corner. Ahern losing the handle on it. Gronowski around to the far side. Grace Torma on the far side. No icing call here. With 30 seconds to go in the period, Winsenson almost turned it over and then goes down, and she goes awkwardly down in the far corner here. Watch out here. Now back to her feet. That's good to see. Allie Gronowski now, 20 seconds remaining in the period. They'll scrum for it to the right side of Olivia Schultz, and it's Lauren Winsenson that comes out with it. Reverses back, but reverses right back into the defense. Near side, Natalie Ahern will try to clear, but can't. Now they finally do. Up ahead on the near side, Wilczek chasing. 3 seconds to go, up in the air. Northland with it. That'll do it. 2 periods in the books from KB Willett Arena, this WIAC matchup. And it is Stevens Point, a 3-1 lead over Northland. Our second intermission will get you a recap of our first 2 periods here, plus our Pointer profile with the sophomore Courtney Lysing of Maple Grove, Minnesota. That's coming up as well. Stevens Point, a 3-1 lead after 2 periods. Back with our second intermission in just a little bit here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing Browse their inventory or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
All right, our second intermission here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver with you on the Pointer Sports Network. First of two here today from the Willett. Pointer men will host Superior tonight. We'll be on the air with that. My good friend and partner Sean McMahon back with me tonight, 6:45, our pregame coverage. Pointer men gave up a goal in the first minute last night to River Falls, but then shut the Falcons down. Got a power play goal, and Evan Junker with his first career goal in the third period. Stevens Point, a 3-1 victory at River Falls to keep pace with UW Superior, who beat Eau Claire on the men's side last night 2-0. So Superior holding a 3-point lead over the Pointers in the WIC standings, but has a couple of games in hand. They played a non-conference series with, or I should say a WIC conference series with Northland last weekend, so they're 2 games more than the Pointers here. So the Pointers could get to level and then we'll make up those games coming up here down the road. This one here, Stevens Point, got on the board 2:12 of the first period in the skyward power play. Courtney Leisinger, 7th of the year from Lena Berthume and Micah Zip. 7:57, the Lumberjills tied it up. Kate Holtz, her 3rd of the year from Kylie Moffitt. And the Pointers, Madison Stebbins. A redirect in front of the net. Assist to Sarah Adalin and Lena Berthume. And Stebbins' first career goals of Pointer came at 14:22 of the first. Stevens Point outshot the Jills 29-10 in the first period and held a 2-1 lead. Then, once again, the skyward power play for the Pointers. Allie Granowski, after, let's see here, Kiera Richards was called in a hooking call. Allie Granowski got her 3rd of the year from Sarah Adalin at 5:22. 3 straight penalties by the Pointers in the latter stages of that second period have given 3 power plays here to the Lumberjills in the second period, but 0 for 3, credited with 3 shots on goal. Stevens Point power play has been good here. 2 for 3 and 12 of their 44 shots on goal coming on the man advantage. Shots on goal in that second period, Stevens Point out shooting Northland 15-6, and now 44-16 through 2 periods. Sky Hughes, 14 second period saves for a 2-period total of 41, and it's Olivia Schultz, 6 second period saves for a 2-period total of 15. And Lumberjills continue to dominate in the faceoffs, are winning 60% of the faceoffs, going 25-17. As the Jills still looking for their first WIC win. River Falls at 3-0 with 9 points. Eau Claire 3-1 with 9 points. Stevens Point at 1-1. UW Superior at 1-2 each have 3 points, and Northland looking for their first points. No conference action. I believe everybody's going to be off until after the holiday here, as again the Pointers with St. Catherine here on Tuesday, and a game will broadcast starting at 5:45 on Tuesday, and then they will travel Augsburg and St. Catherine again in the Twin Cities next weekend. So Then we'll get to the WIAC lump of things. River Falls, number 2 ranked team in the country. Eau Claire is ranked 9th. And we'll see what the Pointers can do in the second half of the season here. So 44-16, the shots on goal in favor of the Pointers through 2 periods. Pointer women's basketball team has tipped things off over at Berg Gym. And 1 quarter in the books. Actually, just at the end of the first quarter there, tied at 12 with UW-Platteville. Pointers and Matt Hockett 5-2 overall. UW-Platteville comes into the matchup at 4-4. The Pointer men's basketball team will be at Platteville. That is a 7 o'clock start this evening as we start to get into, of course, final exams right around the corner for the students and then the semester break. So after today, 3 games remaining for the Pointer women. Tuesday against St. Catherine, and then on the weekend in the Twin Cities. All right, we're going to take a break when we come back, as we always like to do during our second intermission. It's a Pointer profile. Courtney Leising, leading scorer for the Pointers for the sophomore. She notched her 7th goal of the season here on the power play early in the game here, and let's see, 21 goals now in 36 games played for Courtney Leising, the sophomore out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. She is our Pointer profile. That is coming up next as our second intermission continues from Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Stevens Point leading Northland in the WIAC matchup by a count of 3-1. After 2 periods, had a 2-1 lead after 1, have extended it to 3-1 here in the second period, out shooting the Lumberjills 44-16. We'll come back and have our Pointer profile with Courtney Leising. That is coming up after this timeout on the Pointer Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no 2 guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location at the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
Continue with our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network. This afternoon, Pointer women hosting Northland at KB Willett Arena in a WIAC matchup. It's our second intermission, means it's time for our Pointer profile. It is the sophomore out of Maple Grove, Minnesota, Courtney Leising. And Courtney, let's start with, you're off to a great start here. Coming in your sophomore year here, you really couldn't have asked for things to go better here in your first couple of weeks, could you?
Yeah, it's been a great season, and we've been really connecting, and just our lineup's going well. We're all playing together, and it's really coming together over these last couple of games. So
been great.
And it never hurts when you're putting the puck in the net, too. That's get rewarded for hard work, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad that I can score a couple here and there, and that's just my goal every game, just to try to get a couple in the back of the net.
All right, obviously year number 2 for you here. You feeling comfortable with where you're at after kind of feeling out things? I know you played a lot last year, so that certainly helped, but are you certainly getting more comfortable?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot more comfortable, and I feel that comes with confidence of just being year 2 and playing with the same girls and just knowing that working hard and coming together with the teams doing good things. So.
With as much ice time as you got last year, you come in here as a sophomore, really. Some might say, there's a lot of young people on here, but I don't think I'd put you in that. So I know Coach is leaning on a good group of sophomores that are in your class to help lead this team, isn't she?
Yeah, I think that our sophomore class kind of steps up and takes some of those roles that maybe the upperclassmen usually take, and I think that's a really good thing that we have, and the talent that we have is really helping our team, so I think it's going well.
Really important stretch here before the holiday break. You got 4 pretty important games here. You've got to be fired up for this, right?
Yeah, we're super fired up. We have some good competition, but I think we've been playing good and coming together, so we'll have some good games up coming ahead.
All right, what's your thoughts here at your new home at Willett Arena? I know the locker room's starting to come together. In general, I get the feeling everybody's excited to be here, right?
Yeah, we love it here. It kind of feels more like a home, and we have more of our fans coming here since we're closer to the school, and so it's just a different atmosphere, and it's amazing.
All right, Maple Grove, Minnesota is home. Talk about, how you got involved and started. Obviously, everybody in Minnesota plays hockey, so it's not like a mystery there or anything, but talk about getting into the game and what made you pick this as the sport for you.
Yeah, so my dad played hockey. He started us really young, and I just have loved it from a young age, and coming from Maple Grove, we're a big hockey town and have had a good team, so it just made me love the sport, and I grew up playing with girls that I was best friends with, so it's just a great atmosphere to be a part of, and just grew my love for the sport.
Yeah, and as you come here, I'm getting the impression this is a pretty tight group that you have here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a super tight group. We love hanging out outside of the rink, and when we get together at the rink, it's just a great atmosphere, and we hype each other up for sure, so it's awesome.
All right, away from the rink, what's fun for you?
I don't know. We do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just going hiking and kind of being outdoors is some of my favorite things to do, and just hanging with the girls, watching movies and stuff. So
outdoors-wise, interest of you, obviously Minnesota and Wisconsin have a lot of similar things to offer. You're an okay spot for that, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of things to do outdoors in Maple Grove, and so just hiking and camping and all of that. So it's awesome.
All right, today, what's the key to getting off to a good start here for you and your other ladies?
I just think working hard and coming together as a team, focusing on the little things, just passing, getting the puck deep, and getting shots on. That is the most important thing. So
you having fun here?
Yeah, for sure. I love it here. It's my favorite.
Absolutely. All right. School-wise, what's your major and what are the future plans?
I'm a computer information system major, so just kind of doing something in that area and just something with computers.
Yeah. Any particular interest? Because I know that could go a lot of different ways for you, couldn't it?
Yeah, that can go a lot of different ways. Just creating websites and kind of development that way sounds kind of interesting to me. So.
All right. Good luck here this afternoon. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right. That's the Pointers' Courtney Leising. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointers Sports Network. Thank you.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network. We are set for third period action. Stevens Point a 3-1 lead. Trying to get 3 WIAC points here. And so far, so good through 40 minutes. (44-16). And let's see here. Pointers are, inching in on a shot total. We're looking here at the top, basically the top 12. 52 shots on goal would get the Pointers on the board here. Of course, program record set a year ago against Lawrence, 69 shots on goal. We will start the third period here, more importantly, 5-on-5. And we are ready to roll here from Willett Arena. Third period coming up. Looks like they have identified another ice issue here. Northland in the crease. This one is now down on the opposite end here. Olivia Schultz, 15 saves through 2 periods here. She has played every minute for Stevens Point here. And today her 76th career game. All right, we are ready to go here. Courtney Leising for Stevens Point. Off the face-off, sends it deep. Quickly back, Northland into the near corner. Pointers looking for a strong finish here. Trying to get win number 5 on the season. Leising ahead off the stick of Katie Stanyas into the near corner. Stanyas near corner. Maddie Anderle after it. Side of the net now trickles around to the far corner. Lauren Winsensen around. Up off far side. Leising at the point now. Long range shot. Pad save made here. And they will reset. Winsensen out high. Long range shot again. Tipped over the top of the cage there to the side of the net. Good setup there. Boy, Pointers got a lot on that one. Free Arcason back the other way through the stick of Maddie Anderle and in on the near side. Moffitt looks to get a backhander, swings around, coming back through. It is Kylie Moffitt. Moffitt around. Back out. And Stevens Point forces a turnover here. They'll flip a puck deep. Katie Stanyas sends it deep. Allie Gronowski chasing after it in the far corner, but Northland rotates it around. Near corner, loose again. Northland will get it now. 18:35 to go in the third. Stevens Point with a 2-goal lead. Gronowski ahead, now behind the net, looks to center. Far corner, waits for help from Sarah Adalin. Adalin, Gronowski pokes it free out high. Berthume with it now, half wall on the far side. Berthume walks through. Defender knocks it up in the air. Pointers chop at it on the ground. And Madison Stebbins. Stebbins near side. Piekarski sends it back deep again. Gronowski now centers it in front, cleared out by Northland. Gronowski back after it again, near side. Around they go, and flipping it through. Berthume on the far side holds it in again. Tried to shove it ahead to Shelby Treba. Now they'll come back up. Piekarski fires a shot. That goes just wide. Far corner, Clara Schmiesing with it. Schmiesing around, and Northland finally off the far boards clears it out. Berthume back to get it. She's been out there a long shift here. Here's Stevens Point offensively. Treba back the other way, feeds it ahead. Intercepted by Northland momentarily. Micah Zip back with it. Zip, far corner. 17.5 to go in the third. Turnover, Winsensen, backhander, throws it in front, goes right through, and then cleared out by Northland. Hughes was dead to rights. Pointers couldn't get it past her. Near side, Zip with it again. She'll cycle out high. Micah Zip to her backhand. Zip trying to shove it in front of the net, and Northland gets a piece of it and clears it out to the neutral zone on the near side. Grace Torma back to get it here for Stevens Point. Again, a reminder, Stevens Point only dressing 5 defensemen here this afternoon as they get the puck deep and change behind the net. Natalie Ahern after it. Northland around. Comes back out. Stumo, red line on the far side. She'll wait because they were offsides. Now gets it in toward the front of the net, out of the reach of Ahern, but a defender fell down. Natalie spinning into the near corner. They look to slide it back out high to Kayla Stumo. Traffic along the near boards. Ahern fires a weak shot, hit a stick, and held in. Pointers send it deep again. Coming up on 16.5 to go in the third. A 2-goal lead for Stevens Point at 3-1. McKenna Pikarski off the bench, dangles her way through the neutral zone, walks through defenders, then knocked off the play and collides with a teammate. Lost control of the puck, and here's Northland back the other way. Long outlet pass for Black goes too far. We'll get a whistle and an icing call. 16-18 to go in the third period. Stevens Point, a 3-1 lead. And we'll get a face-off back in the offensive zone. Now 45 shots on goal for the Pointers here this afternoon. And a face-off to the left side. I tell you what, Sky Hughes is battling here today for the Jills between the pipes. Now here's Northland back the other way. Kylie Moffitt trying to split a couple of defenders. Lena Berthume, good body position on the back check here to free it up. Gets it ahead to Leising with some space. Courtney Leising to center ice. Now cuts to the right wing. Shoves it through a defender, but couldn't handle it. Stanius now gets a piece of it. Leising will get back to it on the far side momentarily. L. Black with it. Black around. And let's see, off a stick up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle here. 15:51 to go here in the third period. And a face-off to the right side of Sky Hughes. Northland's been in the WIAC for a couple of years now. And unfortunately, the women's still a team short of enough teams to have that automatic bid. Now here's a slap shot there, cleared out Winsensen, and it cleared back to her. And so you got to rely on the pairwise rankings, etc. And River Falls has really put themselves in a good position here. They and Eau Claire have both been in the national tournament here. Eau Claire, now we'll get a whistle and an offsides. Eau Claire has gotten in a couple times, but I'll tell you what, Eau Claire does not have near the strength of schedule this year that the Falcons have. Of course, they went out east and beat the 1 and 2 ranked teams in the country in Plattsburgh and Middlebury. Oh, as our referee, James Mazer, took a tumble on the far side. That got a rise out of both benches here, and oh boy. But anyway, getting back with River Falls, playing those 2 games plus 3 games coming up with Augsburg. They could really put a stranglehold on a pairwise ranking. Long range shot, glove down. As Augsburg ranked 1 in the latest poll, River Falls is 2. Eau Claire 9th. And River Falls winning the first matchup with Eau Claire a couple of weeks ago. And they will play their other 2 games, the last 2 games of the regular season. 15-13 to go here in the third. A face-off to the left side of Sky Hughes. Now, side of the net, Hughes reaches up. Pointers free it up. Berthume, but nothing. I'll get a quick whistle here. No reset, 15:08. I know Jason Carter was not thrilled with, I believe it was Lena Berthume that ended up crashing into the Northland net and Sky Hughes in the second period, and then a penalty, a hooking call right after that. Put the Pointers on the power play, which they scored on. He was less than thrilled with that transpiring of events. Long range shot, Olivia Schultz, nothing. As it's Laura Hink trying to get to the net. But no rebound there, no reset once again. Not too many second chances in the second half of this game here. Pointers had a ton of rebound chances in the first period. On their way to 29 shots on goal. Things have cooled off a bit since then. All right, Stevens Point with it now with some space. Here's Josie Bender. Bender up on the far side, gets spun around for the freshman out of Green Bay. Northland sends it in off of Olivia Schultz, near corner, Lauren Winsenson. Winsenson around. Now they'll come back, zipping a pass off the near side. Winsenson with speed will catch up to that one, feeds it ahead into the zone, somehow onside. A backhanded chance, Natalie Ahern. That got through a ton of bodies. I think everybody was expecting it to ricochet, and the Pointers somehow not offside. Winsenson with a shot. Oh, pad save made by Hughes after a redirect in front of the net, I believe, by Josie Bender. Near side, Lysing lurking after it along the near boards. She spun around, gets herself free, dangles a defender coming in, now goes to a backhander, can't shoot it. Now it's Lysing again with it, flips it out high far side, Grace Torma. Torma coming in, she'll fire a shot, that went wide, Lysing to the rebound, knocked down. Still loose on the near side, Jills tried to clear it up, Pointers had it for a minute, now Northland will flip it out, and this should be an icing call. Whistling an icing call against Northland, 13:49 to go in the third. There's a 3-1 lead for Stevens Point. And a face-off will come back in. Shots on goal now 48-17 in favor of the Pointers. Ricocheting around. Long-range shot. Hughes with a save, and I think Maddie Anderle redirected that out of midair and changed direction. All right, looks like they have gone to the half at Burke Gym. Stevens Point, a 30-28 lead over UW Platteville in women's basketball action. Gabby Golita with 7 points to pace the Pointers. Out high, long-range shot redirected. Ashton Wildcheck to the rebound to the side of the net. Zip. Far side, now they kick it in front. Shelby Treba in there for Stevens Point along with Wildcheck, and Wildcheck comes away with it. Feeds it out high to Stumo. Long range shot, changes direction on the way in. Treba to the rebound again, now shovers it to Torma on the near side. Torma, good job to keep it going. Nice job here by the Jills, and they'll go back the other way. They have some numbers. Should be an offside. Fryer Arcason fires up a shot. That didn't get the net and doesn't go out on the far side. Pointers with it now. Here comes Micah Zip. She's tied up from behind, ditches a defender, gets the puck deep. 12:50 to go here in the third. Jills with it in their own end. Up the middle, intercepted. Berthume reads that well, holds up on side. Not quite, I guess. They'll cut to the near side. She went a little too wide, and a whistle and an offsides call here with 12:44 to go in the third. Pointers with 2 in the first, 1 more in the second. A couple of skyward power play goals here this afternoon, the difference. Gronowski to take the face-off here for Stevens Point. She wins it. Berthume slides it back for Winsenson. She lost the handle on it, tried to kick it back to her forehand with the skate, and Northland pushes it in deep. Northland in the far corner now battling for it. Pointers try to dig it out there, Gronowski and Winsenson. Northland player down in the play, and now it comes out up high. Send it right back again. Winsenson got to it first. Taken down in the play. Mostly leaning on her own accord here. Pointers will get it deep. Adalin wanted a penalty call here as she comes off a little gingerly. And it comes back on the near side. 8 minutes into the third period, Stevens Point playing with a 2-goal lead. Here's a big-time turnover. McKenna Pekarski with a shot, kicked aside. Sky Hughes with a rebound, and back the other way. Grace Torma streaks off the bench on a defensive change here. Kylie Moffitt tries to get around them and doesn't, and then Moffitt in a pile-up in the far corner. Torma, near side, goes to the backhand, now bangs it off the boards, out, turned it over. Northland throws it back to the far side. Up the wall, red line on the far side. Molly Millar with it. She'll throw it back. Torma wide after Olivia Schultz kicks it to the near corner. Hunter's getting a little sloppy with the puck here. Now they turn it over again. Watch out here. They'll come through. Shot fired. That goes just wide. Josie Bender out high. Bladel will reach. She'll fire a shot. That pinballs off a player into the glass on the near side. Stays in. Pointers kick it out in front of their own net to McKenna Pekarski. Pekarski up the far side. Quick to get to the puck, though. Kylie Moffitt in the far corner. Tries to shove it toward the middle. Northland is changing here, so not much help. And that allows Stevens Point to come across. Molly Millar had it, lost it, got it back, ahead to Bender. Off the near wall, there should be an icing call against the Pointers. No, they'll say it got one of the Northland players on the way through. 10:50 to go in the third. Pointers with it. Kayla Stumo ahead. She'll get the puck deep with authority. Around the boards it goes, back behind the net. Stevens Point trying to dig it out of the far corner and get a centering pass here. Katie Stanius in there to pick it up. Stanius spins with it in the far corner, dodges the referee. Out high to Winsenson, cross ice to Stumo. She'll come right in just out of the reach there of Katie Stanius. Pretty well set up play there. Here's Northland back the other way on the left wing. Working it around, Matea DeMailey. DeMailey throws it ahead, far corner, centering pass through, nobody home. Finally gathering it in, Kylie Sims. She'll send it back into the near corner. Winsenson for Stevens Point. Throws it around, Katie Stanius on the far side. Gathers it in on the right wing into the neutral zone, drags it through, comes up the middle. Here's Stanius still coming, has Leising as a trailer, tried to feed it to her, but it's back behind her. Northland will clear it to the far side, but not out. Here's Lena Berthume, hustling. Far corner, Leising. It's up the wall on the far side. Leising ditches a defender, keeps it going, dangles through a couple of defenders again, and Northland chops it out of the zone. Pikarski back to get it. We're going to get a whistle and a penalty call here with an interference call, I think coming against Shelby Treba. Yep, Treba will go off for interference here. 9:36 to go. Normally we'd have the media timeout, but with a power play coming here, they won't do it. So they will have to wait. And we'll get a face-off in the Stevens Point end. Fifth power play of the afternoon here for the Lumberjills. All right, behind the net, Stumo for Stevens Point, battles to get possession of the puck. Now shoves it up far side. Winsenson off the glass, down the length of the ice it goes. 9:20 to go here in the third period, a minute 40 on the power play for Northland. They desperately need one to get back within a goal here in the final 9 minutes. Tried to slide it ahead to Moffitt on the near side. Collision on a couple of fronts, and Ali Gronowski comes away with it. Draws a defender, and then just content to slide it down the near side, back into the Northland end. Pointers short-handed here with a minute 15 to go in the penalty, 8:50 to go in the third. Right wing, Durfee brings it in. Gets it deep. Grace Torma, the first to get there for Stevens Point. She'll accelerate out of the behind the net, or at least try to, but ran right into a defender. Northland sets it up far side. Long range shot. Hit a body in front. Rebound is there. Picked up. Stevens Point with it. Micah Zip. Zip had her stick lifted, but able to push it out. And Sarah Adalin on the near side here through a stick check. She'll get deep and give chase. Adalin hustling it on the near side. Pokes it free to the far corner. She won that foot race. Adalin now reverses back in the far corner through two defenders. Has her stick tied up. That spun her around, so she'll pull back in the back check here with 35 seconds to go. And Torma, Fryer Kaysen works around her. Fryer Kaysen shot shouldered away by Olivia Schultz. Best chance Northland's had in a while here. Out high, Bladel. She'll fire up a slap shot. Hit traffic through. Pad save made. Rebound to the far corner. 7:50 to go in the third. Now around near side. It is Durfee, DeMailey with it now. She'll reverse back, fire a shot, intercepted by Micah Zip. She can't clear it. Torma will get to it. DeMailey with it again, sends it behind the net again. Side of the net, Pointers back at full strength. Courtney Leising off the bench, calling for it. Off the far boards, tried to get it to her. Whistle and an icing call coming here against the Pointers. As Leising tried to hustle after it. We'll get a whistle, 7:27 to go. Still no media timeout with the icing call here. All right, face off to the right side now of Olivia Schultz. 18 saves here. And now, actually, with the penalty timeout coming, they do. We will get a timeout. 7:27 to go. Pointers take a timeout with the icing call, I believe. 7:27 to go, 3-1 on the Pointers Sports Network.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The new and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, 7:27 to go here in the third. A face-off to the right side of Olivia Schultz. Back to 5-on-5. Lena Berthume for Stevens Point. She'll skate it out and push it ahead on the near side. Intercepting here is Richmond as Berthume in a collision. Lost the handle on the puck. Back in her own end, Taylor Richmond far side. Leising runs traffic here. Now Pointer's long-range shot. That whistles through. Piekarski to the rebound on the near side. Feeds it near corner. Leising setting up in front of the net. Still not there. 6:50 to go here in the third. Near wall, Stevens Point, Piekarski flutters it far side. Torma, good job to calm it down. Rebound shot, rebound in, kept out by Hughes. Another rebound shot, still chopping at it. Lights on, what do we have? Goal light is on. Courtney Leising to the side of the net. No signal from the referee yet. And what do we have? I don't think we've got a goal. Boy, Sky Hughes scrambling around to make a couple of saves. As the Pointers now 50 shots on goal before that last scramble. We shall see. To the left side. Now I think they will go talk to the goal judge here because the light comes on. I'm going to be a fair gambling man. If they call this a goal, Jason Carter, the coach of the Gills, is going to lose his mind. We'll see. All right. It's a goal. Wow. As the Lumberjills here, the light did come on, and that thing was pinballing around. And we'll see in Northland. We'll see. So, Stevens Point, a 4-1 lead. And man, I mean, there were a ton of bodies around the net, and the puck laid in that blue paint forever. And I think Northland asking for an explanation is, and I guess my guess is that the argument could be that the puck went in the net and then was brought back out, and then the scramble continued and got it covered. Could be one of the things, but we'll see. Have no idea who gets credit for the goal or not here. We'll find out. 6:41 to go. 4-1 Stevens Point. All right, Northland pulls it back. They'll shove it up the wall on the near side. Kayla Stumo, Moffitt with it now. Moffitt ahead, 1-on-3. Near side, Winsenson spins her around. Gets possession of the puck. Up the near side. It is L. Black sending it deep in front of the net. Moffitt scooping a backhander wide of Olivia Schultz. As Northland pressing here with 6:15 to go in the third. Maddie Anderle, I believe, is who they're going to say gets credit for the goal. Berthume with it for Stevens Point, flips it in, but the Pointers are off sides. Northland back into the neutral zone here. Puck around and kicked out of the zone by Micah Zip. Ashton Wilczek near side. Zip in there. It's at the red line here on the near side. Treba throws it back. Olivia Schultz puts a stick to it, leaves it to McKenna Piekarski. 5.5 to go here in the third. Lena Berthume ahead for Wilczek. She'll sweep it out of the zone. Free Arcason throws it back. Northland back in their own end. Too high handle for Kylie Sims. Around on the far side, off the boards, but not out. Held in by the Pointers. Near side it comes. Josie Bender fires a shot, kicked at by Hughes. Rebound behind the net. Molly Millar plays it for Stevens Point. 5 to go in the third. It's 4-1 to Stevens Point. Maddie Anderle is going to get credit for the goal for the Pointers. Far side, Anderle with it. She'll whistle a shot. Blocker to side by Hughes. And it's Stumo, cross ice. Torma with a shot deflected to the far corner. Millar off the referee. And Josie Bender with it out high to Torma again. She'll shove it toward the net again. Millar with it. She'll chop it toward the front of the net. Turned aside. Wall on the near side. The puck goes up and out of play. And watch out. Puck up in the press box. Of course, the last time that happened, my good friend and broadcast partner Sean McMahon took one right in the melon. Saved by his broadcast headset. It should be duly noted. Now right in front of the net, Lysing, prime chance, pulled it just wide. After she found herself wide open in front of the net, she'll get it back. Lysing turning, firing a shot. Boy, a couple of whacks here, including right out of her hand. Now she'll get back at it. A shot lifted. That got the glass. Rebound to the near side. Maddie Anderle with the rebound. Around Stevens Point, Lysing again. Another shot block. And Courtney Lysing just living around the net here this afternoon for the Pointers. Lauren Winsenson back to get it. Up ahead it goes. Long range shot, glove down by Hughes, and she'll hang on to it. So Stevens Point now with 55 shots on goal. And let's see here. That would be the 8th most in program history. 57 against Lawrence back on January the 1st of 2022. So let's see how the last 349 goes here, but see how things go. All right, here's Northland back the other way. Kiera Richards sends it deep. Winner goal going to go to Maddie Anderle from Katie Stanyas at 13-19. Here's the scoring. Northland long-range shot wide of Schultz to the near corner. 3:25 to go in the third. Near side of Dahlen trying to kick it free. It'll go to the far side. Carried in by the Pointers. Shot. Save made by Hughes, and the rebound to the near corner. That off the stick of Madison Stebbins, who has her first career goal. Right in front of the net. Gronowski crashed into. Couldn't get a decent shot off, and that allows Northland to get possession and clear it out. 3 minutes to go in the third. Here comes Lena Berthume waltzing her way through. Back on the near side. Gets back up. Scoops a shot over the shoulder of the goaltender Hughes into the far corner. Now Northland back the other way. Micah Zip back covering defensively as the Pointers D that one out. We're going to get an interference call coming up here as I think Grace Torma will go off for interference here. So 2:45 to go here in the third period, and Northland will head to the power play trailing 4-1. Grace Torma off for interference. 5th power play of the afternoon for the Lumberjills. And I believe Northland's going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 2:45 to go on the Pointers Sports Network.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. Spear has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. New and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You'll find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, here we go. Back here, 2:45 to go. 4-1. Face off to the left-hand side. I misspoke when I said earlier. I believe I said it was Augsburg and River Falls 1-2 in the country. It's Gustavus 1-2. Shot fired through. Olivia Schultz will make the save. Minute 53 remaining in the power play. 2:38 to go. All right, so 57 shots on goal officially for the Pointers, who will try to see if they can tack on a couple more. So they're now tied for 6th most in program history. Bladel, far side. Northland works it back to the near side. Trying to come right up the middle. Extra attacker on here for Northland. Shot block here. Trickles into the side of the net. Pointers will get to it. And, when Sensen goes down awkwardly. Now she's back to her feet. Bladel with it. 6-on-5 advantage. A shot hammered wide. Big rebound and a backhander wide again. Now it is Kayla Stumo that will eat it up here. Minute 15 to go. 6-on-4 advantage here for the Lumberjills. Near side, and Northland will come away with it. Richards to the far side. Taylor Richmond. Pointers now off the far wall and out. Micah Zip hustling after it with an empty net in front of her. Can't get to it. Holtz, who has the goal here this afternoon for Northland. Near side, Micah Zip, and now Lysing will shoot it. The link to the ice into the empty net for a goal. Courtney Lysing with their 2nd of the afternoon. That'll go as a shorthanded goal for the Pointers. And the blistering excitement of free tacos echoes throughout Willett Arena. I believe for the 2nd straight game we've broadcast here, because they did it against Lawrence in that non-conference game. So Courtney Lysing with their 2nd of the game. Bounce ahead off the near wall. Richards carries it in. Minute 25 to go. A head-hunting shot wide of Olivia Schultz. Stanyas ahead. Granovsky, far side, still short-handed. 30 seconds remaining on the power play and a minute 15. Stevens Point with a 5-1 lead. Up the wall on the far side. Matea DeMayle brings it in. A minute to go here. Lana Berthume will just slide at the link to the ice. So Lysinger's 2nd of the game and 8th of the year, shorthanded. 45 seconds now. Berthume a long-range shot, but the Pointers are off sides. Kiera Richards rubbed out on the far side. Or check it, it's Hannah Johnson. Berthume with it near side. Lexi Hagan out there for the Pointers now. Up the wall on the far side, Josie Bender sends it in. Northland back to get it. Final 20 seconds here. Stevens Point is going to get a WIAC win here and go to 2-1 in conference play. And go to 5-3-1 overall. Pointers get it deep again. Near corner. See if we can get a turnover. Hagan toward the front of the net. 5 seconds to go. Pointers on the back check here as they're tied up here, and that'll do it. Molly Millar grinds it out at the end. And Stevens Point gets a WIAC victory this afternoon over the Northland College Lumberjills by a score of 5-1. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you a recap, and pick our Pointer player of the game. Stevens Point beats Northland 5-1. Stick around for our postgame show on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important, and with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford, and online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network as we wrap things up. Stevens Point, a 5-1 victory here today. And for the victory, Stevens Point improves to 5-3-1, 2-1 in the WIAC. Northland 2-9-1, 0-5 in the WIAC. And again, let's see here, the 58 shots on goal here for the Pointers this afternoon is the 6th most in program history, eclipsing 57 at Lawrence for the number 6 spot. So Pointers got on the board on the power play. Courtney Leisinger, 7th of the year from Lena Berthume and Micah Zip. That came at 2:12. Northland evened it up. Kate Holtz, her 3rd of the year from Kylie Moffitt at 7:57. But the Pointers, Madison Stebbins with her first career goal. Sarah Adalin, Lena Berthume on the assists at 14:22 of the first period. Allie Granowski for Stevens Point on the power play. 5:22 of the second period from Sarah Adalin. Increased the Pointer lead to 3-1. And then in the third period, Maddie Anderle, her 2nd of the year from Katie Stanius, even strength at 13:19. Courtney Leising, shorthanded and empty net goal, her 8th of the year unassisted at 18:26, sealed the deal, 5-1 Stevens Point. Pointers outshoot the Lumberjills 14-4 in the third period and 58-20 for the game. Northland 0 for 5 on the power play, credited with 6 shots. Stevens Point 2 of 3 on the Skyward power play here this afternoon and credited with 12 shots. Olivia Schultz, 4 third period saves for a game total of 19 to get the win. Tip of the cap to Sky Hughes. She was good in net here for the Lumberjills. 12 third period saves for a game total of 53. Northland winning 56% of the faceoffs here this afternoon as Stevens Point gets the win, 5-1. Our last duty here, we'll pick our Pointer players of the game. I'm going to go with a couple of them, actually. Lena Berthume with a couple of assists back on defense. Courtney Leising with a pair of goals up front. So we will say Courtney Leising and Lena Berthume are our Pointers player of the game. Well, we'd invite you to go out, get a sandwich, a little bite to eat maybe, whatever it's going to be, and then come back and join us here tonight. Pointer men hosting UW Superior. Top 2 teams in the WIC men go to battle. Pointers will try to keep a 8-game unbeaten streak rolling here tonight. We'll be on the air with pregame programming at 6:45. Opening face-off at 7. Our next women's broadcast coming up on Tuesday. The Pointers will host St. Catherine Tuesday night. Early face-off, 6 o'clock start. So we'll be on the air at 5:45. Once again, your final here this afternoon. Stevens Point beats Northland in WIC women's action by a score of 5-1. Hope you'll come back with us and join us for the Pointer men tonight. I'm Tom Weaver. Thanks for listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. This has been UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, also by Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber,
Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins in Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Range, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports Under Armour. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.